Hello everyone. Today I will show you how to do work in a Sage 50. So Sage 50 is just like an accounting software like QuickBook and Zero, but it is a little bit user friendly. That's why many employers and care like to work with Sage 50. So I have a desktop version. There are different types of version. I have the Sage 50 2021 premium accounting version. And if you use the cloud accounting, then means that all of your data will be stored in the cloud server of Sage. But if you use the desktop version, it will be stored in your desktop. But there is also a option for backup, and I will show you how to backup. Uh, right now, this is called the dashboard. You'll see the performance, everything details. And this is the backup. You can clear backup. And the dashboard, you can see the aged purchase invoice and the aged sales invoice. So aged sales invoice means that you actually did not receive this amount for 91 plus days. This amount is $32,538. So this is the account receivable aging, and this is the purchasing aging means that you actually did not make payment to other people for more than 61 to 90 days, 91 plus days. So right now I am using a company. This is a sample company. It is provided by Sage, and it is a universal construction company. And I'm just trying to show you all the different function of Sage 50, how to do reporting, how to do journal entry, and how actually the software works. So you can see the revenue and payroll expense, different tabs on here. This is the inventory. This is just called the dashboard. Okay, I'll not spend a long time on here. So I'm clicking on my next tab. This is called customer sales, and this is called vendor and purchases. Oh, so difference between customer and sales means that if you sell to any customer, then you need to click on customer and sales, and if you purchase from other people, then you need to do vendor and purchases. There is also banking option component. There are a lot of options. I will discuss a little bit less today. So this is a customer and sales. So suppose you have a construction company, or you you supply different types of construction material to your customer. So here is the option to view customers. These are the different customers. If I double click it, then I can see my customer address, ship to address, option, taxes, pre-authorization debit. Pre-authorization debit means that uh, it's like something that you can make payment. You can receive payment from your customer by a pre-authorization from the bank if they purchase in your system. Tell us more about pre-authorization debits. You can browse on here more about how to do it. This is credit card detail. You can also have the credit card, the number of your customers, the different option, import, export, memo, and you can also create a new customer from here. If you click create, then you can name the customer. And these are your existing customer. Create the customer contract, city, province, phone number, fax, email, website, department, etc. Ship to address, opinions, taxes, pre-authorization, debit, credit card, statistics, import, export info. or this customer has says 50 and can import invoice and estimates. The customer uses my item numbers contract customers and item number, my item number. These are my item number and account number, and other things. Okay, I'm just closing this. Just closing this. And this is called the job site. I click on here. This is the job site mean why do you do your job? This NQ shipping center, basement renovation. So here I am actually doing my work right now, and I also create new job site too. These are actually not very important. Customer is important, and for if you have a company, then you do not need all of these things. You need to have a contract. You can create contract. A little bit long to load. Sorry for that. This will take a lot probably. You can create contract if you have a lot of customers. You can create item number, this one, or you can also create new item number from here. Number, description, category, drywall, fabrication, liquid. So this is a contract is something means that you are bound to receive it or something else. You have some contract paper sign. Sometimes people usually do not use contract paper nowadays. They just use the invoice amount. Want to discuss this transaction? Yes. So what people usually use, they create a sell invoice because most of the customers are known to them from the beginning. So they do create invoice. Click on. A little bit slow. So they do invoice. So you can also add customer from here if you want. I show you how to add customer from back, but you can also add new customer. If you have an existing customer, suppose like Catmos Island Construction Unlimited. So this is the address of the customer, and this is the shipping address. And when you just prepare invoice, you will need to have the invoice number. It is 27585. You can change it to 7589. Its date and contract or estimation number. If you have any contract or estimation number, I don't have any contract number because if you make any contract before, then you need to write down the contract number on here and the sales person on here, or you can name the salesperson on here, or you can keep it on blank, no problem. Ship from BC and job site, you can also add the job site. So these two items are very important: invoice number, your date, and you can add the shipping date too if you want. Salesperson, ship date, job site. This is not very important, and item number. What item I'm selling to my customers. Suppose like it is a roofing, it's called like roofing shakes. Okay, and click roofing shakes. So quantity is 10. Okay, and unit is called bundle. Okay, select bundle, and item description roofing shakes. Roofing shakes is cancel. Base rate 28.70 is auto generated, and the amount, and there is this is very important, this is the GST and PST. So if the customer, if you sell something which has a GST PST, then you need to charge it from the customer. If you do not have, if you click no tax, there is no GST. And in some product there is only GST 5%, but most of the case if you sell GST is only 5% if you sell foods to only directly to your customers. I work in a right path force, and if they make sell of any food item to their customer directly from the Granville Island store, then the GST rate would be 5%. Otherwise, if you buy something in a bulk amount from or sell it some in bulk amount to any supplier or anyone sell is GST 5%. GST means generalized sales tax and PST means provincial sales tax. So this is select. Okay, so you know that the tax amount is GST amount is 14.35 and PST amount is 20.09. And you have to know something because work on something, and GST is refundable. So GST is refundable, and PST is also refundable. And sometimes you pay GST, you pay GST, and sometimes you earn GST too. So if you have a food company, then when you uh, purchase raw product of foods, then you need to pay 5% of GST. And when you prepare the foods, the final product, and sell it to the customer, then you also need to pay 5% of GST. That means that you are also paying and you are also earning GST. So at the final, when I would do the journal entry, I will do I will do the I have to do the adjustment. So my GST amount should be my GST uh, receivable minus GST payable. So if I receive more GST from other people, then I need to transmit that amount of GST to the government. So this is a little bit complex. You don't need to have any headache on these things. How do you need to transmit GST to the government of Canada? And PST is sometimes it is refundable and sometimes not. You need to see the product item number, item code, and there is a list of item for which PST is refundable. So subtotal is 287 bucks, and there is a tax of $34.44. So I'm charging the customer 321.44 bucks. And there is a print and process option. If I click print process, then it will be processed. So right now, what will you do? 27859. So my invoice number is 27859. Shipment date is the estimated shipment date. No problem with that. And there is a payment method called pay letter, cash, check. If I click check, and how the customer pay by me, pre-authorization debit. Is not set for pre-authorization debit. Okay, I cannot do the pre-authorization debit. You can also pay by Visa card. You can also pay by cash. You can also pay letter or anything. So I'll just click pay check, check, and transaction is invoice. It is just invoice. So I will just process it, and its invoice number is 27859. So process after the check number. Oh, they want the check number, so I will click pay letter. Okay, and click process. 27859 is the invoice number. Do you want the next invoice to continue with the new numbering? 27859. Okay, now I will close it, and I'm click receipt option. Now you see the 27859. You see 278. If I click on here. Once again, I'm just if you want to 278 find invoice, you just click on 27859. Click OK. Now you'll get the invoice amount. Okay, 321. I'm just confused that is it 278 $321 or not? Okay, okay, done. Receipt. Okay, I'll click create receipt and is also the Catmos construction and amount received discount, no discount. Do you want to give any discount? No, I don't want to give any discount. 27859. So why I click on receipt? Because when I receive payment from the customer and I create on receipt, that means that I have received the money from the customer. So this will give me an entry for the check number. And when I will do the bank reconciliation from here, then I will connect my bank account or I can also upload my bank statement. Then I can match it with the 278 with that amount. Then if my check is cashed, if my check is deposited in the bank account, then I can see that 321.44 is also in my bank account and also in my accounting entry. So what I did at first, this is called sales invoice and this is called receipt. That means that I have received the money from the customer and this is the sales invoice means I have just sent my invoice to the customer and asking the customer to pay money for the exchange of the goods. And right now the customer has made a check and it might be a check number or something else. I don't have any check number. Then you are just entering on Sage 50 that you have got the money from the customer, you have deposited money in the bank account, and when you deposit the money on the bank account, and after that you will do the receipt entry. So if I click process, it just processed. Okay, so there is also option how it be deposited legal bank current account. I set up my bank account before. I will also show you how to do bank account from here banking, receive payments, uh, this bank account. Bank account can be created probably from the company. Okay, so legal bank account, you will see it from on here. If you click company, click chart of account, view accounts, and just regal bank savings account, regal bank's current account. If I click regal bank account, if I click account, And this is the class option. This is the transit number, account number, checking number is TD Bank. And if you want, you can also create new bank account, chart of accounts under this account type bank from here, or you can also from here. That means that select. You still want to create this account? Yes. So it's called account class option. It's called asset, other is bank, and it's the account number, account name, something else, and you can also create a bank account from here. So, Legal Bank US, and you can see that Legal Bank US and class option. You can see it, and this account code in the Legal Bank, and this is the transit number, account number, and it is called routing number. Okay, it's done. And I forget to tell you something that this chart of account is something. There are a lot of accounts. These are pre-built. One 10,000 is current asset, and if I look at asset and liability option, 20,000 is current liability. So everything after 20,000 is called liability account, and 30,000 probably is called equity. 33,000 is called equity, and that's how they divided. 48,000 is called revenue service account, and these are actually pre-built. And why did they build it? Because when I do the journal, do the entry, suppose like customer sales invoice and receipt. So what actually happened that in conventional accounting, I need to do the, if any sales happen, then journal entry should be sell account receivable sales, and when I get the money, it should be uh, cash, and cash should be debit, and credit should be account receivable. So that means that they are actually doing all of this journal entry by hidden entry. These are things. That means you do not need to do any journal entry. The software is doing all of these things. But when you just make any entry on here, the journal is automatically created. That's how it works. So if you click on report, financial, transaction by account, click something just like click OK. You see there are a lot of, it's just transaction number, and this called debit credit, medical service plan, this called payable, and these entries are automatically done. Double entry are automatically hiddenly done, and they build the software in such a way that you do not need to do the journal entry, except you need to do the journal entry for accrual basis journal entry. So if I click on journal, if I click on here account, such as like in case there is a petty cash, select 500, and there should be another journal entry, should be cash draws. So it should be also debit and credit should be also equal. And petty cash is something that when you need to spend some money for your office, then you need some petty cash, and you did some cash draws so that the balance remains the same. And as you are doing transaction in your accounting, in your accounting record, it should match with your bank record too. So as you draw $500 from cash draws $500, so it should be debited as an asset in your petty cash account. So the amount would remain the same. So what should I do right now? There's a lot of option. Which option should I show you? And there is also a vendor and purchase option. So it is also kind of like same. It is three-way. There is a three-way matching system for payment. Order, part in order, in purchase invoice and payment. So if you create order just like let's say 50, that you can select item number, or you can also create new item from here, you know, and you can do it by yourself, just like F1. Okay, the order number is 5, amount is and here this is only just 5%. Okay, and order number is 1628, and it is shipping address is universal construction. That means that I'm right now purchasing goods from other people. So this is my order, so I need to send the invoice to other people to other companies, so that if they send me goods in exchange, I will pay them back. So my order number is 1628, and there is option print and record. I will just take record it. 1628 order number. You just keep remember, and this Far West telephone group. Okay, it's done. 1628. Okay, and right now I will purchase invoice. So it is like something that there is a code number, invoice number 1628. So when you just order, at first there should be two employees for accounts payable department. One person should order, and this order sheet should be on the vendor, should be delivered to the vendor. So when the vendor and makes payment, and the order sheet and the invoicing sheet should be on the other accountant. So you have changed the order number to complete contents, and you want to continue. Yes. So as I write down the order number, it actually gives me it should give me quantity should be 5204, and my order number is 1628. So I need to double check that what was my order. This is from here 1628, and there should be have a print copy, and I will double check it on the Sage here, and if I click process, has been filled and removed from the system. Yeah, there was some error probably. Creating new invoice. So such as like vendor, this one, invoice number, suppose like, and I do not have an order number right now. So the amount, I'm just selecting this one, quantity 10, and my GST amount is 5% GST, and I will select 5% only. Total amount is 2311, and invoice number is 1256. Do you want to send an email confirmation? Yes. Then I need to write down some email address to them, and send the email address to them that I am purchasing the order. So the basic task was to someone should create invoice, someone should do order, someone should purchase invoice, and someone should make payment. So I'm just clicking it, and when you click on the make payment, so right now suppose I cannot make any payment to them because their order is not yet received. So I just make order on here at first. So create invoice, invoice number 1351356. Just remember it, and backwall rentals is this amount is called quantity 10. GST 5%. Okay, no problem. So 1356, and it is the Blackwall rental inks. I did not make any quote and order for this Blackwall Rentals 1356. Now you see the amount, $3696 Blackwall Rentals. And when I just click on process, then that means that I have made a payment to this company. But before make payment, I should uh, um, uh, make payment means that there is an option called print check. If I on click on here, printing in progress or print, this is actually the check. So when I make payment, I should uh, print it at first and then process it. That means that I have made payment, and my software can understand that I have made payment for this amount. Process, it's done, it's gone. You can also order checks from here, from this site, to print checks on the different types of template. So this is how I should do it. And the purpose of this was because if you do not if you purchase invoice and don't make payment from here, then it will actually create problem when you just click on When you click on dashboard, then there is a account. This is called the purchase aging, and this is called the receivable aging. So it will show that you did not make payment, but you actually made payment. You can also print check by other way, such as like pay expense, different types of expense from here. These are another things. One is called customer sales. This is called vendor and purchases, and another is inventory and services. I will show you a little bit later. Let's see what the company says. Company is the it's called chart of account. It's called general journal. General journal is needed when you need to do actual journal entry. So actual journal entry is done when you have electricity bill, gas bill, but you get the bill after 2 or 3 months. So every month you need to make an entry for estimate, and in that case you need to do some journal entry on here. And there is the banking options, make deposit, and so sometimes your business might have some cash deposit. So what should you do? You can do some bank name, transit number, account number, bank deposit, many other things. Deposited or legal bank savings account. Uh, this is called transaction deposit slip, and which account it should be deposited. If you click select, and it's called cash to be deposited, and if I click 100, click 500. Now if I click on OK, apply to deposit slip, click OK, and you see that this cash to be deposited in my bank account. So sometimes that you have business where only the cash transaction happens. So what happen, how do you do entry to your stage? So in that case you can give entry from here that account, which account this money to be deposited. It's called bank savings account, and this amount to be deposited on here. You can also draw cash draw too. So if I click on process, the amount is deposited in your bank account. And for cash amount, you need to do some journal entry, because when you have cash sales, then you need to create a journal entry from here, because it should be cash to be deposited, like 600. Sorry, debit 600. So you can write the source, you can comment for source sales. Probably you do not need to give any journal entry for this uh, because it is a hidden journal entry system. So when you do the entry from here, that cash to be deposited, that it should give entry as as a sales revenue. I thought that I need to so it is a little bit complex that I create the journal entry so that if you receive any cash, then how should you do it? Because this is a software and the software works in a specific way. And in our conventional accounting, we know how to do entry. So this is cash to be deposited mean account receivable and it's called sales revenue. That means that I know that I have made some sale and the amount should be received. Suppose like $1,000. Okay, and it's called like sales revenue. And I click process. The transaction must have a source code. Control F, source code should be sales revenue. Process. Okay. Now, from banking option, if you make any deposit, so it's like transaction deposit slip, okay, account cash to be deposited. Cash to be deposited, and if you select from account cash to be deposited and 1,000, like 500, 200. I click OK. Now things like that, it makes the entry correct. So where make a journal entry of cash to be deposited and also make an entry of sales and cash to be deposited and make a reverse entry when I just got the money in my hand. So I just do it that cash to be deposited. You can process done. Did a mistake that cash to be deposited is a little bit complex that everything is correct on here, but it should be on the bank. So how the journal entry actually works, I write down the journal entry as cash to be deposited and sales revenue. And when I make cash to be deposited on here, it actually reverses. That means we actually, when we just get the cash from sales, what entry did we use? So we use that uh, cash and sales revenue. So right now it will be just reversing it. The cash to be deposited will be deleted and it should be only just reversing into cash and sales revenue. Okay, process. So right now I know the what is customers and sales, vendor and purchases. There is also the inventory options and view inventory and services. I can write down different inventory items on here, just like inventory number, quantity, unit, pricing, length, build, statistics, taxes on here. I can also create my new item on here. So there is two option: build from bill of material and build from assembly. So if I click on here, then bill from material. If I click on here and if I click on item, fence, click select, quantities to build. If I click 5, I click on here, that means that the transfer must have source code. If I just like to use fence or source code. So on here, what we will do that build from bill of material and build from assembly. Assembly means if you join by parts and make it. So it is adjust inventory and transfer inventory. I write it down because when you make purchase, when you not make purchase, when you just customer sales option, when you just create the sales invoice, you see that these are actually called the inventory, and you see that quantity on hand. These are actually quantity on hand. So if you have inventory, the item, if you do not build it on here, you will not understand that how many inventory you have on hand. So it is very necessary. So this is the call inventory on hand. So it can be built from bill of materials and built from item assembly. And I have shown you the bank, and banking there is another option that's called pay bills. So what happens that if you have some pay expense, just like to electricity bill, then you can create an electricity option from here, and GST or PST amount, and you write down the amounts just like this amount. If you need to pay any GST or PST, select here, and tax amount is this amount, and this is the allocated amount, and the check number, and you are making payment from your recall or savings account or current account, and you're making pay by checks. So in case of uh, bill for accrual journal entry, you need to make expenses, pay expenses from this tab. You can also write down description electricity bill. So I have electricity bill of this amount. So if I click on process, then it's not repair maintenance. I'm just clicking it. You can add a new account that your company uses the following account. So I expense account I can use 50553. Okay, name electricity bill. Click on next. So if I click, I do not know what is the code. Is the account holds balance will be included in a subtotal? No. This is opening expense or which type of option is called general and administration expense. You want to be able to allocate amounts from this job site. Uh, yes. We want to omit this account from financial assessment if the balance is zero. Yes. We want to be able to set up a budget for this account. No. The finish entering the informations, and this called electricity bill description electricity bill. and if you click process, then electricity bill amount is entry is done on here. And I'm just showing everything in a very short time. So if you have to pay an electricity bill, gas bill, or any other bill, you can pay bill from here. You can also pay purchase invoice, pay credit card bills, pay remittance, or any other things from here. And there is also called bank reconciliation, called matching reconciliation. I do not have any bank statement, so I cannot show you how to do it. But you just need to upload the bank statement and match your accounting balance with the bank balance, because sometimes the bank amount can match with its amount can match with the sum of two or three accounting entry. Then you just need to match it on here. Then when you just match the transaction, then you can do the reconciliation. So which account I just want to do the reconciliation or something, this amount will be done. Okay, just I like to do the bank account reconciliation. So I do not have the bank statement. I'm assuming that these are my uh, entry. So I'm just clicking on it here. So if it is on everything, if I see on my bank statement that amount, and these are all withdrawals and these are all deposit. If I see on my bank account, then that means that everything is clear. Our destination is to $169. That's some things I missed. I need to adjust it on here. So there is also income tab, and there is also income tab, and there's expense gain, many other things. So you need to know that how the $160 came, because sometimes the bank charges some money for their as bank fee. So in that case, you can write it as bank charges on here as $100, and in FSP interest expense, in FSP you can write down account. So bank charges should be 100. No account has been selected. I just forgot to show you something. Just closing it. If you do the bank reconciliation for the first time, then you need to statement opening balance in the bank, and you need to write down on here the statement ending balance on here. This is the your bank statement beginning balance, and this is your bank statement ending balance. And because if you did not ever do the bank reconciliation in your life, then you can start doing the reconciliation from here. I do not have any bank statement with me, that's why I cannot do all the entry on here. Should be account, name, source, should be account. The account should be bank charges. I can click it as a expense. Expense. What can I do? Write down as expense. What type of expense? It should be as a interest and bank charges. Okay. Interbank charges. Select. Now I write down 169. Process. must have a source number. I did not write down the statement date. That's why statement balance is zero. Please verify statement closing balance is zero. Yes. Should I adjust statement amount? I will not do it right now. No. If you if you do the bank account reconciliation, then if you write down the beginning ending and if you clear it everything, then what actually happened that this amount, just checking it, uh, this outstanding amount it should be zero. If I click not cleared, clear, then it should be zero. I sometimes I can did a mistake. What the last transaction? So outstanding balance should be zero, and this is how you can do the bank account reconciliation. If the outstanding balance is not zero, then you need to do some adjusting entry to your bank statement, and you can still see that if the some entry you are not actually adjusting, not you don't need to clear it. That means that some of your check has not yet been cleared, and it might be cleared in the next month. So you need to look at that amount or source code or number, and you can do it uh, by a follow-up. You can do everything by yourself. You need to have a follow-up everything. No. So I cannot show you the bank account reconciliation. I do not have the bank statement right now, and close other window. It will close other windows from on here, and there is the employees payroll options. Nowadays, many people use the ADP software or many other software like a push operation app for employees payroll, because Sage 50's payroll system is a little bit expensive, so you might not need to use it. You can still upload do the journal entry on here, or write down the expense as the employee on the journal entry on here, because if you do not use it, then you can just write down the employee expense as a journal entry on here. So it's company, it's called create journal entry, create journal. So just now write down an entry on here, sorry. So this number, source number, and write down comments, and you can do a journal entry on here. So probably I could not show you many things, and my presentation was not good at all, because in a short time, Sage 50 is a very big software. It takes almost 5 to 6 hour lesson to show everything how to do bank reconciliation. And as I do not have any bank statement, I cannot do it right now. So this is the basic idea. As you work, you can learn the things how the software actually works. You just need to know the know the mechanism of how the software actually works. Then you can do everything by yourself within short time. Thank you for watching my videos. Bye.